children were born. As the years passed, they grew into boys and then men, growing in both stature and intellect. Once they were ready, they decided to sit down and gossip on a podcast, like a pair of nattering bitches. That podcast is called Whiskey, Wine, and Wisdom. You're listening to it now. It's in your ears now. Hi.
And we're back.
Whiskey, wine, and wisdom. Do.
That's it. I'll still have to do the intro. I'll put it on afterwards. It's fine. I think I'll do that.
Okay, I tried.
It's been a minute. This is the second one of this year.
Yeah.
And we're nearly in April, so I fucked it. It's been organisationally a nightmare. And but we're back. We're doing the things, doing stuff.
Because we're back. I won't continue any more on that.
You didn't need to. That was it.
Yeah.
Back again. No.
Oh no, you didn't.
Shit. And I'm using, because my Mac died, and now I'm using Sound Recorder because I can't use Cubase because I'm a fucking pleb and I don't understand how things work.
Can you just take one minute for your MacBook and just.
I did nothing wrong. You got all chirpy there at the end. I appreciated that.
Sorry, no, I think
it felt disrespectful.
That's how Mac would have wanted it.
No, she was a mean bitch. She knew what she wanted.
Mac//Karen.
Now the wisdom side of this week's, right?
Yeah.
Did you do research?
You would have thought so.
Yeah, me too. I have done some. It was some rudimentary googling and I think it's just it's a jumping off point. That's what it is. It's a jumping off point, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your subject?
Yep. I thought at one point it was going to be compost.
Yeah.
But I've not researched compost.
Hang on a sec. This is how on the fly we're going to do this shit, right? So.
This is how we do it in Protown.
Fucking professional juice spilling down the sides.
It's the steepy. Oh. Yeah. So what's your chosen category?
Vladimir Putin.
Oh no, you didn't.
Vladimir Putin and compost.
Oh dear.
Hang on a sec.
We've been doing garden. I should know stuff. Like mulch. I know that word.
Okay.
Don't know why I know that word. Kate does the gardening.
There you go. Here we go. I've written a script for you. Good evening, fellow soil enthusiasts, plant whisperers, and people who just followed the smell and ended up here by accident. Today I have the honour of talking about something truly life-changing.
That sounded like my dating profile.
Who followed the smell?
It's your fault. Your fault. Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got little compost script. You want to read it?
Okay.
I mean, shit. How bad could it be? I mean, well, it's compost. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
Can I just? Oh, fuck's sake. Big dickhead. Fucking. Hang on a sec. I'm so sorry about this professionalism. Whiskey, wine, and compost. Rub on your knees when your compost rotting with these. All right. So it's been several months. I quickly googled Putin, even though I think everyone knows everything about him anyway, so it's sort of a moot point.
Oh.
It's a moot Putin.
Oh.
That's
dear.
shit. Sorry, that was really bad. Anyway, I've sent you that, so you got a script, and you always did. Thank you, ChatGPT. Sponsored by ChatGPT.
I researched this all myself.
You did. Yeah. So. Fuck. What's I saying? Oh yeah, Putin. So 1, 2 spaff. Well, go on.
1, 2.
Oh, scissors.
1, 2.
Scissors.
1, 2. Cut your paper.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, new start, new me. Prepared to lose every single
time. Let's see what happens. Or maybe it'd be an even split.
What?
No, you got to get it back.
I'm doing these mindfuckery games. Did you not notice before I arrived, in my mind I kept thinking scissors the whole time?
Just to explain this, because obviously this is really good for an audio only podcast.
Yeah.
We do rock paper scissors, and we went scissors against each other 3 times. So in the end, I gave it up and I did a bit of paper, knowing you get scissors again, right? So you're implying, or you're boldly you're stating, that you incepted the idea that I should go paper.
Yeah.
And on the 4th time, I did.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank
Good
you.
job. All right, now crack on. Tell me about mulch.
It's a slow burner, just saying.
Yeah, no, it was very slow.
Right. So after all this, I've been researching this.
Almost developmentally disabled.
Yeah, I'd happily agree with that.
Anyway,
so I've been researching this all last few weeks. I've been
months, really. Yeah.
Years, really.
Your whole life.
I didn't. When I was born, I knew
going out of the dirt.
Yeah.
Seeing the sunlight for the first time.
As a bin baby.
Yes. Bin baby.
My mother
bin
was a
baby.
compost.
Watering can. Anyway, sorry.
Good evening, fellow soil enthusiasts, plant whisperers, and people who just followed the smell and ended up here by accident. Today, I have the honour of talking about something truly life-changing. Something that has revolutionised gardening, reduced waste, and, let's be honest, terrifying anyone who even accidentally opened the wrong bin. Yes, I'm talking about compost.
Easy now.
Oh dear. Now, composting is nature's way of saying, don't throw that away. Give it to me, and I'll make something beautiful out of it. Kind of like an organic version of Extreme Makeover. Gardening edition.
Not the best show.
No.
Watch it rot. Rot cam.
Season 1, it starts. Season 2, it's got a bit browner.
Yeah.
Season 3, it's mulch.
Full of worms.
So you take your banana peels, coffee grounds, and a lettuce you bought with good intentions, but you never actually ate, and voila! In a few months, you have rich, nutritious soil. It's so basically garbage becoming gold. It's only my bank account works in that same way. Yeah. So I wrote that with the Americanisms and everything.
That was shockingly... Yes, you did.
Put a bit of French in there, and voila. That's what I wrote as well. I wouldn't have known how to spell it, so yeah.
Mate, but you obviously educate yourself, and that's where the wisdom comes.
Yeah.
Because it's not knowing what you know; it's knowing what you don't know.
Exactly.
And knowing where to learn. Sure.
Oh, I use some more French in the next one as well. Cool. Yeah. I knew that. Obviously, because I wrote it, but cool. So.
That was short. It was shorter than I thought.
Yeah. But what I'd like with this composting, I was thinking if all or both listeners can send in pictures of their favourite compost and write a little synopsis of it, just like just something, say why you like it, and
or boobs or tits. Just whatever you think's better. I don't want muddy tits.
No,
actually I do.
Yeah.
I immediately turned back and I was like, no, actually that would be kind of hot.
Yeah.
I want to see like a naked tough mudder. Oh god, that's a thing. That's totally gonna be a thing, isn't it? Oh fucking hell. Do you think like nudists do like those obstacle course races?
I don't know, because I don't know.
Nudists aren't hot though.
No.
Hot people being naked is not the same as nudists, because they're always naked and they no. Anyway, that's you talked about mulch. I was going to talk about Vladimir Putin. So
getting cancelled, aren't we?
We obviously, yeah. No, I mean, no. People have to listen to us for it to get cancelled. I think we're easy now. Now I've got the sort of I got all the nuts and bolts of his actual history, like the actual thing, right? And then there's all the stuff that's not said. There's all the, the evil shit that he's done that is probably not in Wikipedia. It's not in a lot of the online stuff because Russia largely owns the internet. Anyway, but I'll go through the nuts and bolts, and then we can start touching upon the controversial side of things, and then we'll get. I assume we'll fall out of a window. It's okay. We're only on the second floor, and there's grass down there. We'll be all right. It's not like we're not crazy high up.
My compost is down today, so we can soft mulch landing.
Mate, that was a nice callback. That was tasteful.
Thank you.
That was tasty. Not like your mulch. That's not.
Banana gold.
Now this is going to be difficult for me. So just give me a sec, right? Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. I did it. Born on October 7, 1952 in Leningrad, which is now St. Petersburg. Has been a central figure in Russian politics for over 2 decades, serving as both president and prime minister in different combinations over time. His tenure has significantly influenced Russia's domestic and international trajectory, which means he runs that shit, right? He grew up in post-war Leningrad, experiencing the challenges of the era. He pursued law at Leningrad State University, graduating in 1975. During his university years, he joined the Communist Party of the Soviet Union and became his association with the KGB. Now, those things are not actually shocking because that was the default. That was the default role. But KGB, Soviet Union's main security agency, like the FBI in the States, or blah over here. Is it MI5? MI6
Yeah, it's one of those ones.
One of them is. I don't know which one is 5 or 6.
Because I think MI5 is. I think MI6 is. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'll just be hazarding guesses. I think MI5 is like higher than Peace, all that sort of stuff, and the next one up will be MI6. But then I'm getting confused with James Bond stuff.
No, but I mean James Bond is based around. Fuck's sake! Come on, Google, you fucker, make him look like a right dickhead. All right, so can't do basic searches now. But I'm sure MI5. I'm sure there's a bunch of them. Like there's MI7, there's a bunch of them. They do all the different things. Fucking hell, shit his pants. I don't care. Do your own research, fuckers. You can learn things.
Just not from us.
Fucking yeah, I can't tell you anything useful. Obviously, I can't even use Cubase, dickhead. I miss Logic. Logic was good. Logic was pure. Logic was clean. I don't like this. I tried Audacity. Audacity's a pile of wank. Could fuck right off. Actually, no, it worked better than Cubase. Cubase was dickhole. I'll learn. I'm gonna have to watch some fucking tutorials. I hate that.
2 sponsors that
Makes
we just
me
lost.
I don't give a fuck. Steinberg Cubase suck a big pile of dicks, rotting, necrotic dicks. I don't care. Fuck off.
Composted
dicks. The callbacks today, mate.
Thank you. I've done my research. I tell you, I'm on it.
All right.
That might have sounded like some. That
was a dick fight.
Yeah.
Everyone wins in a dick fight. Or everyone loses at today. Everyone loses in a dick fight. Oh dear. I won't be your punching bag. Hi there.
Hi.
Do you find your massive man bulge is always being noticed and commented upon?
All the time.
And no matter what kind of tucking system or pant system or any kind of method you employ, your meaty gift just cannot be hidden.
Not at all. Not even one bit.
Well, fear no more, for we here at Wangle have the solution.
Cool.
We simply insert inflatable rubber bladders into your trousers to create a series of confusing bulges. They won't know where to look, and with the distraction of a handsome peanut mound off the table, you can go about your day like the captain of industry you are.
Wow, okay, tell me more.
Fucking right. Your sturdy male pump trumpet will no longer be fodder for wandering filthy eyes. You're a human being. You deserve more than objectification and ogling by those filthy, disgusting-minded, horned-up, slutty, wang-obsessed...
Dude, chill, trumpet, come on, you got this.
Sorry. Wangle, for all your cock's needs. Oh yeah, post-war Leningrad, KGB. All right. So joins the KGB. Right. He embarked on a 16-year career with the KGB, focused on foreign intelligence. He was stationed in Dresden, East Germany, which was in 1985 to 1990, which at the time was a shithole. He gathered intelligence and strengthened Soviet-East German relations. In 1991, amid the Soviet Union's dissolution, he resigned from the KGB with the rank of lieutenant colonel to enter politics in St. Petersburg. Back in St. Petersburg, Putin became an advisor to Mayor Anatoly Sobchak, a prominent reformist. He quickly rose through the political ranks, holding various positions that showcased his administrative capabilities. He handled shit. In 1996, he moved to Moscow to join President Boris Yeltsin's administration as Deputy Chief Presidential Property Management Department, which is a bollocks role. He did all kinds of nefarious things, again, allegedly. But that was the first of his sort of like, you go through his career, there's times where he's like, he did this job for 3 years, which isn't a thing, it's a bunch of words strung together. So Putin's ascent continued as he became the director of the Federal Security Service, FSB, which was basically the KGB post-Soviet Union. So he ran the FSB. In 1998, he became the director. By 1999, Yeltsin appointed him as prime minister. And again, Yeltsin was the president, so they have a different hierarchy. So they got president and prime minister. President is the sort of the top shelf thing, and then prime minister is like, it's basically like America and Britain together. Yeah. But you've got the president outranks the prime minister, but they all have different roles. Later that year, Yeltsin resigned, making Putin the acting president. So he won the subsequent president election in 2000, which was the beginning of his presidency. Right. So since 2000. Effectively, he's handled that shit, right? But they've also got term limits, and they've also got all the things they have in other sort of modern, quote-unquote, democracies. So, first two terms, 2000 to 2008, they've got 4-year terms, just like in America, and similar. Like, we sort of have 4 or 5-year terms in the UK, but it's a bit vaguer. Anyway, so they don't have term limit. I don't think they have. I don't think in America you can only be president twice, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. But it became the point where he didn't want it to be perceived that he was just president for life sort of thing. So in 2008, he became prime minister. Again, he sort of almost like a demotion, right? Yeah. Constitutional term limits. He served as prime minister under President Dmitry Medvedev. During this period, he just basically still ran. He still ran it. He just had a patsy up the top job. So he's still there. He's prime minister. There's president, and president does what he says. He's still effectively president. But at that point, they could only have 2 term limits. And then in 2012, he returned to the presidency amid protests alleging electoral fraud. And his subsequent terms have been marked by assertive foreign policies, including the annexation of Crimea in 2014, which that's the beginning of the slow invasion into Ukraine. Obviously, 2014 when it started. In 2022, he ordered the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, which, again, we know all about. It's still ongoing. Under Putin, Russia has seen economic growth driven by natural resources, but faces criticism for democratic backsliding because it's a dictatorship now. His administration has been accused of suppressing political opposition, controlling media, undermining democratic constitutions. Internally, Putin has positioned Russia as a counterbalance to Western influence, often leading to strained relations with the United Nations and European countries. But that's boring. So let's get into his personal shit, right? 1983, he married, Lyudmila Srebnikneva, Stephanie Biscuit, in 1983, and they have 2 daughters, Maria and Katerina. That's easy enough. Yeah. The couple announced their divorce in 2013. Their 2 daughters are now on the sanctions list because they're too closely associated. So, Maria Putina, 36, who uses the surname Vorontsova and is the co-owner of Nomenko, a healthcare investment firm, and Katerina Tikhonova, 35, a former competitive dancer who runs an artificial intelligence initiative, which is the 2 jobs that go back to back easily.
Standard. Don't do one without the other.
It's like, I'm finished dancing, AI it is. Yeah. Anyway, so she's back in Moscow. Maria was living in luxury in the Netherlands and was dating a Dutch national, Gered Fazan, who had a high-paying job linked to Russia's oil and gas sector. Wonder where he got that. But they were booted out, forced to flee back to Russia in 2014 after all of his fuckery invading Crimea. Oh no, actually no, it wasn't. It synced up with that. Well, the same year. It's weird because we remember 2014 is when they invaded Crimea, but actually at the same time, Russia was reported downing the Malaysian Airlines flight and killing 298 people, including 193 Dutch people. So the Dutch people weren't very happy with Russia. So like, have your daughter back, you dick. That was the. In 2003 though. He had a love child with his house cleaner turned mistress. You know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, he did do that. Yeah. I'm just saying, knobbing the housekeeper is not unique to Arnie. I think, you know, a lot of people. Let's say people. Anyway, so his house cleaner. I need to learn Klingian, right? Sandra now lives in Monaco in a $4.1 million apartment bought by a mysterious offshore firm that was exposed in the Pandora Papers last fall, with her 19-year-old daughter Luisa Rozova, who's also known... Oh, for fuck's sake! So how can Luisa Rozova, also known as Elizaveta Krivnoktovagic... How can you have two names? They're like so different. Anyway, Rozova looks strikingly like Putin. Oh, that's rough. In 2020, after Rozova was outed as a Russian website, Prokt, her popularity on social media soared to 85,000 followers, which is nothing in these days. But Rozova posted photos of herself living a life of luxury. Her mother, meanwhile, has reported a $95 million business empire and a yacht, and has received a naval escort in St. Petersburg. How the fuck is this is the house cleaner? There's a 95... Dude, we're doing the wrong thing. We should be letting Putin knob us. Jesus Christ.
Oh, dear.
Well, mate, 95 million. They are spaffing around all the money over there, aren't they? Anyway. Okay, you're good?
Yeah, I found the rest of it. I just need to read more.
You didn't read it all?
No.
I thought it was a bit short. Anyway.
I
mean, it's Compost. It's Compost. What do you want to do? John Compost. But anyway, so she's also reported as a co-owner of Bank Rossivia, one of the largest private banks in Russia, founded with money. Oh, this is the daughter, founded with money from the Communist Party in the 1990s. So anyway, he sorted her out. So, I mean, I suppose it's commendable. Obviously, it's hugely bent using the government to sort out your love child. But anyway, after Putin invaded Ukraine, Rozova's Instagram site was filed with anti-war comments made by users shaming the teen and her war crime father. War criminal father. Obviously, yeah, we'll get to that. Putin is believed to have then married his Olympic gymnast and had 4 children with her, 2 twin girls and two twin girls and 2 boys, who were all born in Switzerland. This is Kabeva, who was she was a Olympic gymnast. Yep. So he started knobbing her, kept her all on the sly. It's not even confirmed they were married. He basically had a secret wife and kept her tied away in Switzerland and just banging out kids. So, known as Putin's Ava Braun, Kabeva and their children are believed to live in Switzerland. Not really confirmed. Friends are reportedly urging her to use her influence to stop the war. He's also there's lots of references to all numerous affairs over the years against all these. He's a shagger. He's a bit of a shagger.
Shagger.
Bit of a what? Shagger. Pardon me. Did you hear? It was him.
Oh.
Shaggy came out. He said, "Yeah, that was me."
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, it was been denied all this time. I'm glad he finally got that off his chest, though.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Shaggy. That was silly. Oh, by the way, I'm drinking, people. I'm drinking. I've got some. I can't remember what it was now. I've got some Coke. Drambuie. And a bit of Coke and some lemon and some nice times. And I'm gonna have a something else in a bit.
Drink break.
Fresh as a daisy's left.
And I've got a Cuban triple vodka.
Yes.
Lemon and Coke. And rum chaser. But virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Coke and ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm also
lemon. I got lemon.
Yeah. I'm also mainlining some black tar heroin as we speak. You know.
I keep telling you, you got to ease up on that because
Mate,
they're just gonna.
it's so good. You ever tried heroin? Sponsored by heroin. It's ever so nice. Oh, that's the shit.
Now in bacon flavour.
Oh God, we are fucked as a species. Bacon. As of 2025, Putin remains a polarising figure. Supporters credit him with restoring Russian stability and national pride, while critics argue he's eroded democratic freedoms and engaged in aggressive foreign interventions. His leadership continues to shape Russia and its role on the global stage. Now, that's all the official shit, right? But there's a few things we have to talk about which are not confirmed.
Da-da-da.
Firstly, right? I mean, straight up, he's a bellend. Right? He's a massive prick. But the thing that what he does is he does that thing where he's like, he'll say a thing, and he'll lie, and everyone knows it's a lie, and he knows it's a lie, but he plays the game. He's a very good politician in that sense because he's just a king bullshitter. You got to give him the points, right? He'll go up there and says, "Of course we haven't invaded." Like this whole thing, he's like, he still denies invading Ukraine, even though Ukraine's full of Russian tanks. But he's like, no, it's a military exercise. It's just what, mate? You're miscategorizing it. It's just a military exercise. Just relax, guy. Take a rest. And it's just this. Was it the gaslighting thing? It's just like, yeah, no, mate. And that tickles me. I find that that doesn't tickle me. It's fucked. But it's just the way he does about that, and the fact that it's just. The Russian people are like, oh, he's a bit of a boy, and he's a bit of a boy. I'm like, dude, he's killing horrible people. But like, yeah, so he obviously, Crimea was 2014. That was clearly something he'd always felt strongly about. It was something that getting Ukraine back has been something that's been there from way back in the day, and it's something that he's always pushed towards. And there's no way he's going to stop. So that's by the by, you know, like this idea of like, oh, you know, they'll make a peace deal and he'll draw a line and he won't go any further. It's like, no, he will. He totally will. What else? There was invasion of Syria. That was horrible. Loads of war crimes there. Chemical weapons, gas loads of people, torture, death, murder, fucking thousands of people. Just, you know, murder, death pits, just horrible shit. And obviously at the time he was killing a lot of Al-Qaeda fighters, so we were like kind of okay with it, weirdly. Because and all the people he was all the people who weren't terrorists, we were like, you know. It's weird though, right? Because he invaded that and we were like, shouldn't really do that, but you know what we're gonna do, right? And he gassed them all and we were like, that's a bit bad. And they said, we'll do some sanctions, but they were kind of pussy sanctions. And then he obviously invaded Ukraine, and there's a couple of categories here, but there's the first thing is like Ukraine is pushing westward into Europe, and it's like, oh, that's a bit close now. We don't like that. You know, Poland's there shitting their pants. And you're like, yeah, all right, fair point. Poland's one of our boys. We got, you know, but the other thing is, I think Ukraine's not necessarily as full of as terrorists, and they look like us. Like they just look just like us. So, and that thing as well, like I remember, like my mum had Ukrainians living with her. She kind of like opened her home up. She's like, come stay with me. I mean, to her credit, but I don't think she or many other people who had like Ukrainians over would have done the same for Syrians. I just don't think they would have. And to make your own conclusions. And I'm not shitting on my mum. She's a fucking legend. I didn't host anyone, so I can't really. But at the same time, it was like there was no effort. In fact, when the Syrians were trying to get over, you remember that? Oh, they were like, these brown people are coming over. Everyone was getting all funny about it. It was like, you know, it's because they were getting bombed to shit. I mean, admittedly, by us as well, because we were on it as well. We were doing our own bombing runs. Anyway, so he did that, and that's on top of the fact that, you know, obviously he had a political rival which he killed in the Gulag, and his the head of the what was it? The military dude who he blew the plane out of the sky. Oh God, I forgot his name now. Should have done more research. But yeah, so he's killed every rival. Or no, he hasn't killed, I should say. They have all mysteriously died. Anyone who's said a bad thing against Putin has mysteriously died, or in most cases, fallen out of a window. So the man has an air of fuckery around him, right? He seems to be a bit of a prize bellend, but he's ever so good at being a bit of a bastard, right? And again, like Russia's so big, and he's running that shit and has run it for 25 years. And most people in Russia kind of okay with it, which is, and that the big fucker is, because he's done so well at doing that, a lot of people, and I'm not going to name names because I didn't need to, they've looked at him and gone like, he's doing all right, isn't he? I might do that. I might do that too. So you've got, I mean, I won't call them by name. I'd say Turkish wanker, French wanker, big American wanker. Is it Indonesian wanker? There's a bunch of wankers, and they've all gone like, that shit works. Let's do that shit, and it's making it look attractive, and I think that's his biggest. Let's call it a foible, because he's a bit of a goofball, isn't he? Really, he's a bit of a goofy guy, and and I think at the moment, depending on how this goes, although with Trump in now, I assume it's going to go pretty well for him. But he's a bit of a wanker. So anyone who's sort of like thinks he's a bit of a nice guy is probably not paying attention. He's definitely not a very nice man, and he will kill you, like for sure. Anyway, that was. I think I've covered the bases. Back to Compost.
Okay. Compost.
Actually, I did. Did you want to read this instead? Hang on a sec.
What, did I also write this as well?
You wrote this earlier and you obviously forgot about it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I
thought it'd be fun. Anyway.
Yeah. So I wrote up a little thing.
You just forgot about it, didn't you?
Yeah, I just forgot.
You forgetful little doofer.
Right, so much stuff.
So much doof.
Yeah. So I put the history of swearing. I thought this would be quite a humorous speech. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
History buffs and anyone who accidentally walked into the wrong lecture, but this is now too polite to leave. Today, we embark on a truly fascinating journey through time, a journey that is, shall we say, slightly inappropriate. Inappropriate. Sorry, my handwriting's a bit so. As he reads from my screen.
Yeah.
That's right. We're talking about the history of swearing.
Beep.
Now, swearing has been around as long as humans have stubbed their toes on prehistoric rocks. Some historians believe the early cavemen developed the first coarse word and when they dropped a mammoth steak onto a fire.
Ugh.
Ugh. Ugh. Grok.
Grok?
Yeah.
Grok's a good swear.
Oh, grok.
Grok.
I'm using that from now on. Ugh. Grok.
Grok.
That was our dinner. So, that I should have finished. Grok. That was our dinner. And thus, the first swear word was born. Sadly, these early profanities have been lost to time. But I'd like to think that they sounded somewhat like Gafnuf and Ugnog. That's like Pingu. That's just a swearing Pingu. Fuck!
Pingu was a fucking potty mouth. Just constant. Stanford, you're being a massive shitbag.
Oh, we've not announced. Pod Dog.
Pod
Dog's here. He doesn't swear. He's too good. Alright. But now we're going to fast forward to ancient civilization. Oh, sneezy Pod Dog.
Sneezeford.
And we see that swearing has become a little more refined. The Romans, for example, were highly cultured and philosophy adequate, but they also swore like sailors. In fact, one of the rudest Latin insults was "escircus," which literally translates to "you are poop." You are poop. Not exactly Shakespearean, but effective nonetheless.
Sorry, the dog's scratching. Just fucking stop.
That sound you heard there was Pod Dog having a good old scratch dog leg. The Greeks, meanwhile, they were more creative.
Jesus Christ, just sit still, you bellend.
Swearing there, that's not really swearing. That's just fact, dog fact.
Yeah, he's 80% cock, isn't he? So just
true.
Choda dog.
The Greeks were more creative, insulting each other's intelligence, and occasionally their goats.
That's low, mate.
No, right. Then came the Middle Ages, a time where swearing got biblical. Instead of dropping F-bombs. People invoked holy names in shocking ways.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. Saying something that sounds like zounds, short for God's wounds, was the medieval equivalent of shouting something unrepeatable to your partner when it jams. When it jams. Yeah. Oh no, my partner's jams. Jesus,
God's wounds.
I think I actually wrote when your printer is jams. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Middle Ages. That was a common thing in the Middle Ages.
Of course. Damn Epsom. We're not getting sponsored by them now.
No, we're just fucking throwing sponsors on the floor.
Alright. And back then, these blasphemous words could actually get you fined.
Fleshlight, bring it on though.
Yeah.
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 Exactly right. Sponsored by Fuckholes.
Oh dear, yeah.
Dishwasher safe. just fucking don't know. Jesus Christ.
But make sure it's turned off before you try to use it.
Be warm.
It's caught in a blade. And then I'd say zounds, which is short for God's wounds. So that's my Middle Ages swear word. Sorry.
Zounds.
Yeah. Well, and blasphemous words could actually get you fined, exiled, or extreme cases pelted with turnips. So if you swear, back then they'll throw turnips at you as a worst case scenario, as a punishment.
Free turnips. So, upside.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
But it was Elizabethans who truly elated swear words in art form. Shakespeare himself was a master of the insult. Forget modern day curses. He had lines like, "Thine face is not worth sunburning." Sorry. I've got varifocals, it's difficult.
Sorry, it's the expression of like, what? Like you're hearing yourself and going like, no.
It makes no sense. And thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle.
Yes. For thou art ein fuckhead.
One of Cuntus dum topophagus. Oh dear. Which honestly hurts way more than simple four letter words. Fuck. By the 18th and 19th century, swearing was frowned upon by high society, and that didn't stop sailors and soldiers from inventing some of the most colourful language that we have today. And then came the Victorians, masters of saying something offensive without actually saying anything offensive. Instead of swearing, they'd clutch their pearls and say, "Well, I never." In their time was basically the F word in a corset.
Well, I never.
Yeah, so they got clutch of pearls as well. I presume that's what a lady would do, or a guy clutching their well, I never.
Testicles.
I don't know. I don't know why I wrote it, but yeah. It says when they'll clutch their pearls and say, "Well, I never." Yeah.
Well, I never.
You didn't clutch pearls. Oh, your laptop's on.
You can't see what I'm clutching.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And now that here we are in a modern era, swearing is everywhere, on TV, in music, in Parliament. When someone forgets the microphone is on, some words that were once shocking are now commonly acceptable, like bloody, whilst others remain strictly do not say that in front of grandma's territory.
Fucking cunty shitballs.
Fucking cunty.
Sorry, Nana.
Sorry, Nana. But one thing remains true: swearing is an essential part of human communication. It is how we express frustration, stubbed toes, and moments of absolute disaster.
Yeah, love and affection.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, fuckface.
Hey, fucking buddy. Well done.
Good to see you, man.
Well done.
Fuck you, buddy.
Well, I never.
Clutch my pals.
Oh dear. So, in conclusion, if you ever feel bad about letting out a well-placed curse word, just remember, you're participating in an ancient linguistic tradition. You, my friend, are historians of profanity.
I feel good about all the bad words I say now.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
That's
You've
all right.
enabled me, and you've facilitated my filth.
Well, I would say thank you, and you may also responsibly. I think it's just responsibly.
Responsibly. You think about responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
Fuck cunts.
Mm.
Well, that was beautiful, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought, but it's good. I mean, I thought I'd just change my composting, but yeah.
Now, this week, I'm still looking at and use the software, so I'm going to do my best. I've got a few other things to chuck in and wangle about and make this all lovely. I'm hoping this still comes off as a reasonably high quality podcast. I had to one mic it, which is a bit backward step for us because we're pretty, technologically profound.
One mic in the podcast room. One mic in the podcast room. One mic is all you need. One mic is all you need. Less than 30 seconds. We're cool.
Okay, I didn't know what the fuck you were doing for a second, but that's okay. All right. He's thought it through. I didn't give you the faith. I'm sorry. Sorry, man.
Well, you gotta have faith. That's less than like 2 seconds.
That was really good, yeah. 30 seconds is a long time.
Yeah.
Most songs have only got 30 seconds of goodness in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know? Like, they've got one really good riff, you hear it a few times, you're like, yeah, I'm done.
Mm.
Yeah, you know?
That one that goes... That one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Delicious flavour country. Oh!
I forgot that I was licking your dog's ears.
Always chewing on my dog's
The thing is that
areas.
That expression. So there's a picture of me. I'm cuddling / licking your dog's ear, Mosley. And if you know it, you know it. But his face, the dog's face, is saying, "Call the police."
He was clearly saying that.
And if you know what animal says that, please write in on a
P.O. Box 11293, UK British News Network 4.
ostrich.
Drink my mic. So it's called a callback. You can't highlight it. You just have to sort of drop it in there, and then everyone at home goes.
For some of our other further international listeners, drink Vegemite.
SMH. So yeah, I've got a few things I want to record. We're going to bang them in, and then next week we will be talking about
Compost.
No, you did compost, didn't you?
Swear words.
You did, James. Think of a new thing.
Okay.
What do you want to research? What do you want to spend your week diving deep and supping upon? Go on.
Dances.
Dances.
Yeah.
You're doing dances. I'm going to do sewers. Okay.
So
Sewer dance.
I saw that alien. He looks like he's having a jolly old time. So I thought dances. There we go.
I think it's an aggressive ejaculation. I think that's what's happening there. Oh no, it's a lady, isn't it? Because ladies can't do that. Everyone knows that.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ladies can't do a cum. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Welcome back, buddy.
Oh, we did it. Okay. I think we found our feet.
Yeah.
Leave it there. See you all next week. We'll try and keep this regular. I will do my best. Okay. Fucking shut up, pod dog.
We're gonna be like Fibre, and we'll keep it regular.
Pooh reference. Everyone loves that. Until this time next week. Have a good time.
See y'all later.
See y'all later. Oh, Gary.
You alright, Terry?
Oh, man, I tell you, I'm getting so sick of having to eat these flaps of greasy meat in my naked hands all the time.
I know you're right, but if you want some mayonnaise on your chicken, it's a nightmare.
It's a fucking nightmare. Introducing bread. Finding homes for meaty flaps since forever.